Hi, and welcome to week 12 of the postpartum program. I'm so happy you're here. If you are brand new and just finding this video, I highly recommend going back to watch all the other videos leading up to this point. It'll really just lay the foundation for what we're going to get into here today, as well as moving forward. So that's that. But if you've been following along, welcome to week 12. This is so exciting. You're kind of almost there, and hopefully you're feeling like not like your old self, but more and more like yourself, a better version of yourself, a stronger version of yourself, because we're getting there. We're really building on it. And today's workout, especially, is going to feel really challenging. It's almost designed, it's very focused on core and midline, but it's very much so designed to mimic what you might see in like a workout class or movements you would be doing in the gym or day to day life. So hopefully you enjoy it. We're going to need the whole gamut again. So weights, band, as well as your ball. And we'll go ahead and get started in your quadruped position as we get ourselves there. I'll mention we have some strength workouts linked in the description again, if that is something you've been doing or if that is something you want to start doing. Those are there for you if you would like to give them a go, designed with postpartum in mind, not just like some crazy strength workout. So fingertips back behind your head, opposite elbow down to the wrist. And then on a big inhale, open it all the way up. Gaze goes up to the ceiling, really opening through the chest. And then exhale, we close it down, working on our thoracic mobility, opening up our mid back, opening up our obliques, all the tiny muscles in between your ribs. Last one here, bringing it down and open up. Ooh, and then coming all the way back through center, we'll switch out your side. So right fingertips find the back of your ear. Go ahead, bring opposite elbow to your wrist, twisting, opening up through shoulder blades. And then opposite shoulder blades squeeze together, chest opens up as much as is comfortable. Coming down. Should feel like a really nice stretch on the back. Last one here. All the way down and open. All right, bringing it all the way back down here. Wrists will come right underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes under, getting right into those knee hovers. So finding your nice strong inhale, you're pressing the ground away. Shoulder blades are already kind of somewhat apart, tiny, almost rounding through the upper back. Big inhale. Exhale, hug the ribs in, belly button in, pelvic floor lifts, knees hover. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, lift. We're going to add a little challenge on today. You're like, oh my God, right out of the gate, we're going into a challenge. Yup. Because I think you're there. I think you can handle it. And if not, you know your body. Take whatever option feels best for you. So this is your first option. Drop the knees down. That's your first option, is just to stick with the hover holds. If you want to add a little bit of a challenge, if you're feeling up for it, we're going to come back through center. Find your inhale. Exhale, lift. Stay lifted. Left leg goes back. Right leg goes back. Left leg comes in. Right leg comes in. Drop it down. Exhale, lift. Right leg goes back. Left leg goes back. In. So you're trying to do that without moving your back. I could put a table, I could put a glass of water on your back, and it's not going to move. Left leg in, right leg in. One more time, right side, inhale. Strong through your shoulders. Exhale, press. Out, out, in. Bring it all the way down. Sit back, little child's pose moment here. Releasing the back. We have one more movement to get to in our warm-up. So coming down, back into our quadruped. Flex your left foot, hip circles, just going to work into glutes and hips. Lifting up, heel to the ceiling. Open out to your hydrant and circle all the way back in. Lifting up, open out, circle down and in. One more this direction, up. Stabilizing through the upper body and shoulders. Bring it down. Now we reverse it. So you lift hydrant, back heel to the ceiling, lower down. Trying to do this movement with using your glutes, using your outer thighs, and not so much momentum. And what I mean by that is you're going up, back, down. Believe it or not, I see that a lot. I'd rather you have a smaller range of motion, that you're using the right muscles, than doing something crazy like that. Bring it down. Other side. So starting with heel to the ceiling, hydrant out and in, stabilizing through your core here. Shifting the weight as needed through the hands, pressing your left hand into the mat, right hand into the mat are going to help with dumping into your left hip. Like that. You want to kind of stay centered here. Last one, this direction. Go ahead, reverse direction, lift, up and down, out. Last one here. Good, bringing it all the way down. Sitting up nice and tall here. Go ahead, take a little side body stretch. So left hand will come down, right arm reaches overhead, bending. And other side, right hand down, bend and reach. Good, coming all the way up. Let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna grab our weights right out of the gate. Both weights. I'm going to be stacking the weights. So this is one of those times where if you have like a single 4 or 5 pound weight and you want to just grab that, go ahead. If not, just double up the way we have been. Left leg comes in front, back to that kneeling position that you saw in week 11, working more shoulders, working more stability. When we have to kind of use this motion, it really works a lot of stability through your core. So now we're at that point. You have the foundation. We're going to start to build on that. So starting out with the chop, this is kind of fun. I think we did this in our lunges in one of the weeks. So you're familiar with the movement. Tuck under, squeeze your right glute to stabilize here. Arms are overhead. Find a big inhale all the way down. On your exhale, both weights come to the outside of your left thigh. Think of your right ribs hugging in. Left ribs hug in. And inhale, lift. Exhale, chop. So this is really working on that closing in and down of the ribs, bringing everything back in towards your midline while working through stability through your lower body and sneaky little shoulder work. Inhale, lift. Exhale, use your exhale. No more air left in your lungs. Your torso is a wet towel. All the water comes out. Last 2 here. Engage your lower abs, pelvic floor still. So as we find this chop, this is your last one. But I want you to think about those lower abs in your pelvic floor lifting up as well, trying not to push out there. That's what we tend to see. Pause for a second. That's what we tend to see as you kind of go like push out into your lower abs. That was probably pretty funny to watch. Instead of lifting up. And I mean that when you twist, the lower abs kind of get forgotten about. So bring them in. Okay, right into other side. Give your knees a break. And then we'll go back to that kneeling position. So right knee is up in front, squeezing through your left glute. Tuck it under. Arms are overhead. Exhale, twist. Lift and squeeze. Inhale, reach. Letting that inhale allow for the belly to expand, the rib cage to expand, the back to expand. You aren't inhaling and kind of sucking everything in. We're allowing everything to expand, letting the air go down in 365 degrees before you exhale and twist. Connecting to that elevator core. Let's go for last 2 here. Last one. Good. Switching out your knees one more time here for our straight arm levers. If your knees are bothering you, double up your mat or find something to kind of cushion them. Go ahead and bring left knee back out in front. Both weights are still in your hand. Weights at the chest. We've seen this before in our squats. Now we're working through our lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, press out. Inhale, twist over the front leg. Exhale, twist back. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. So now that you have the breathing pattern, I always want you to get that down first before I start cueing other things. We're twisting from your sports bra line. Hips stay where they are. So only moving as far as you can control it from that mid back rib cage area. And then really locking out the arms. Use your core here. Locking out meaning stabilizing. Don't lock out your elbows. Use your core to control the movement. Try not to move your arms. Your arms have a string attached right to the middle of your chest. Wherever your arms go, your chest has to go. So instead of going like that, I want them staying in line with your chest. Last one here. And in. Switching out the knees, other side, and then we're coming out of this. So hands are at your chest. We tuck under through the pelvis to stabilize. Inhale here. Exhale, press. Inhale, twist. Exhale. Inhale, back through center. Full core is engaged here. Let the shoulders burn. They are not the priority. They'll be okay. You're really thinking about your core and how you're breathing and managing pressure. Inhale, let everything expand. Exhale, we lift and hug. Inhale, let everything expand as you twist. On your exhale, engage pelvic floor, lower, middle, upper abs, pull you back in. Last one. I know the shoulders are on fire. Exhale. Inhale, hips are still. And in, lower it down. Go ahead, roll out the neck. Weights can go down by the side. You can give your shoulders a little roll here. We're going to go ahead and find our band next. So when you're ready, weights will go off to the side. Band will come with you and the ball will be nearby as well as one of your weights. But first, we're just going to work with the band. Grabbing some water, resetting. Band will come right up above the knees. Again, I'm working on the light band. I pretty much always will work. I think I will always work on the lightest band if you're using the same pack that I have. But if you want to challenge yourself, if you want to use any of the higher levels, or if you have one at home, just use what you got. So we're going to come down onto the side for some weighted clamshells. You're like, oh my God, we're doing clamshells again. We're building on that motion. Clamshells are actually really hard to get out of your hip flexors and into your glute. So I really want you to kind of focus on that. And it just is a good way to work the rotation of the hip as well as outer glute and outer thigh. So that's the why of what we're doing. Let's get into it. Go ahead and send the feet towards the back of your mat. We're lifted up out of your shoulder. Or if you want to come all the way down, head rests in your hand, that option is there for you too. So I'm actually going to go with that because our shoulders are pretty beat. But if you want the challenge, go for it. Exhale, pull this leg out, heel to heel, using your glutes. So like I feel my hip flexor, get this ball out of the way. I'm going to send my legs back even a little bit more and bring my hand to my glute to try to take it out of my hip flexors. Open up. Also, the band makes it a little bit harder. Inhale, lower. Exhale, we're pulling the back of the knee. Like I have a string here. Nothing else is moving. Hips stay still. Heels stay together. We bring it down. Exhale, pull. We're going to build on this into our little extension that we found last week, adding this resistance that we have to monitor. A little bit harder than when we just have the weight here because this band is really actively pulling your knees. It wants to snap them back together. So we kind of constantly have to keep that tension in your outer glute and outer thigh for this to work. Pulling back. Last one here. Bottom knee stays down. And in, we add our extension. So exhale, open up, inhale out, keep the external rotation of the leg so that when you bring it back in, heels come right together and then the knee closes. So your leg doesn't really change. You just open, extend, bring it in, close it down, trying to keep your top leg where it is in space. So as you open it up, try not to let it collapse in. Try to keep it where it is so that heels connect back. You're still in this nice open shape, and then you close it down. 2 more here. We are going to find our pulses though. Yes, you can. You've got this. Bring it in and close. Not my fault. You guys are getting so strong. Open it out. Last one. We will take a little rest. So bring it in, close it down, breathe, inhale. Exhale, open to your furthest point. You can control, little press back. Ooh, let it burn. Breathe through the burn. Go to your happy place. Close your eyes if you have to. We are here for 8, 7, last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close it all the way down. Ouchie. Okay, now we got to work our inner thighs. So we're going to balance that out, taking your band off and over to the side. Grab one of your weights and your ball. Same side. We're going to stay on our left side for now. Ball comes right between the knees. Ankles are together. So you're still kind of in that same position. Now we will come up onto our forearm. If you were down, coming up here, weight is in your right hand. Same building on our thread the needle that we found last week. Now we have this inner thigh engagement to deepen the core connection and also just work your inner thighs. So we're lifted out of our left side body. We lift up into your side plank, squeeze the ball, right hand comes up. As you thread the needle, tight squeeze on the ball. Feel the core lift up, pelvic floor, lower abdominals, full core engage. Open it up. You can kind of release the ball as the hips come down. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze, hips lift up. Reach underneath, elevator core. Everything lifting and hugging in together. Inhale, you can release. 3 more like this. Exhale, lift. Wrapping under as far as your fingertips will allow you to reach back. Inhale, lower, release. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Here's 2. Bring it down. You can do this. Tight squeeze on the ball. Feel what that does for especially your lower abdominals and pelvic floor, how much it engages them versus not having it there. Last one here. Lower down. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Hold the squeeze as you reach under. Lift it up. Right arm stays up. Keep the squeeze on the ball. Hips lower. Exhale, lift. Final push here. Lower and lift. Keep the squeeze. Breathe through it. You have 3, 2, last one. Bring it all the way down. Weight comes down. Sitting up nice and tall here. You can keep the ball between your knees if you would like. We'll just take a little twist. Reaching up. Left hand comes to the outside of the left thigh. Feel that nice open and release through your left shoulder blade. Twist, twist, twist. Good. And then ball will come out. And we will grab our band and go into same thing other side. Band will come right above the knees. My dog scared the crap out of me. No. Hand will come right over the knees, And then coming down, all the way down into this laying down position, if that was most comfortable for you. Feet are going to come towards the back of the mat. If you felt it in your hip flexors, hand can come to the glute just for that mind-body connection. We're still engaged through our core. On your exhale, pulling from the outside thigh, pulling from the left knee, open, 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 and closing it down. Exhale, press. Trying to keep heels and feet together as much as is comfortable for you. What I don't want is just your foot doing anything too crazy, as long as they're touching. Pulling open one side. Again, this side feels a lot harder for me. So if one side feels harder or easier than the other, that's totally normal. Really grounding through your bottom leg. Top leg is the only thing moving. Hips are staying stacked. Okay, last one like this, we add our extension. Open it up, at least you know it's coming. Bring it back down. This time we open, hold it here, hold the external rotation, open up the leg, heels back together, close the knees in, inhale, exhale, press, open it out, whew. Bring it back in and close. You can work through this really slow because I want you to focus on keeping this leg right where it is in space. Nothing moves, nothing changes. You just extend and bring it in. Go for last 2, and then we just have our pulses. Out and in, last 1. Open, open, open to your furthest point. And in, close it down, inhale, breathe. Exhale, open it up, hold it at your furthest point. Little press back, dig deep here, press. Press, give me 5, you can do this, 4, last 3, go for 2, 1, close it down, tap it out. Nice work hitting inner thighs and our thread the needle next. Grabbing your ball, band can just go off to the side as well as your weights. Ball comes right between the knees. Now we will come up onto the forearm. If you were not there, heels are together. We find a squeeze on the ball to start, but just a light squeeze, nothing crazy yet. On your exhale, you lift hips up all the way. Left arm comes up to the ceiling, and then find an inhale here. Exhale, twist under, squeeze the ball. Inhale, open back up. Exhale, squeeze and reach. Engaging your full core with that squeeze, initiating from the inner thighs. Seeing how far back you can reach your left fingertips for last 3. Go for 2. Last one here. Open up. Reach, reach, reach. Hold it lifted here. Just hip dips, hips lower, and you can release the ball. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Inhale, lower, maybe a little release. Exhale, squeeze and lift. 3 more to go, and we are done with this block. Good work, you guys. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze, lift for 2. Last one here. Good. Lower it down. Coming up, we'll find that little spinal twist. You can keep the ball or you can ditch the ball if you want. Whatever works for you. I know we had it on the other side, but that was just because we were still going to need it. Reach the arms up. Twisting right hand, opposite thigh. Opening up underneath the shoulder blade here. We're going to go into a little bit of standing work next. When you're ready, we'll grab some water and grab your weights and meet me in a standing position. To finish us out, we're going to go back to some breathing after this, but then we're done. So go ahead and find a standing position with left leg in front. Both weights, again, are going to be in your right hand. So if you would like to find a little bit of a heavier weight, 4 or 5 pound heavy weight, single weight, you can do that. If not, just double them up. Works just as good. So sending right leg back long, left leg's in front. Had to think about that for a second. We're going to find an internal rotation lunge. So just let your right hand come down. We're engaged through the shoulder blade. Bending both knees. Bring your weights to the outside of your left ankle. You'll feel this internal rotation in your hips. And then as you stand, unwind, open it back up. So what I want you to try to do, which I think I even did a little bit, I don't want you to round through your back. So try to stay strong through your back. Let the internal rotation happen from your hips and then bring it back up. So just like last week, you can scoop this foot in. That felt a little hard for me. Reach, 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 twist. You should feel this a lot in your front hip. Didn't even finish my thought. ADHD, just like last week, we worked kind of that external rotation in our lunge. Now we're going to find this internal rotation. And again, just really good for SI joint, for glutes and hips in general. And lift, avoiding any type of imbalances and supporting that core and torso the way it's meant to. Last 2 here. And lift. Last one. Coming down. Strong through your back, pressing all the way up. Bring weights into both hands. Stay with me here. This is going to be like a 4-part move, and this is our most challenging move yet. So get ready. Okay. Bending elbows in. Shift your weight into your left leg. Tricep press back. Bend elbows up. Lift your right leg, start to come all the way up. Find a little soccer kick position here. Okay, balance. Send the right leg back. Drop the toes down, tricep press. Bring it in. Lift the left leg, bring it all the way up. So as you can see here, we've done some balances, but we're putting a lot of different things together and using your core in a way that's very, very functional. So bring it in. You have to use the abs to stabilize as well as lift and control this right leg. And then send it back out long. Also, your left glute, probably on fire. As you come up, you really think of squeezing this left glute to help your balance and bring it down. As I've mentioned, if you're on a super squishy mat like me, it definitely helps to just step onto the floor to not be dealing with so much wobbles. But if you want the challenge, it is good for your balance. Last one here. We're going to hold your balance next. Add your tricep press in. All right, grand finale. Hold your balance. Weights will come together. Standing curl. Squeeze this left glute as tight as you can. Inhale. Tap your right heel on the ground as you reach your weights overhead. Exhale, curl everything in. Tiny rounding through your spine. Inhale, reach it long. Let your left leg burn. Keep squeezing your left glute to stabilize. Exhale, curl, rounding through the spine, big C curve shape with the body. Go for 2 more. You've got this. Reach. Last one. Beautiful work. Let's go right into the other side. So we'll go right into right leg in front. Both weights will find your left hand, starting with your left leg straight. Soft bend in your right knee. We're strong through our upper body. We're not going to round through the shoulders. Strong here. Finding your internal rotation lunge. Weights drop down, bending through both knees, thinking of rotating the hips so that your weights can find your right ankle. And bring it all the way back up. Range of motion might be a little different side to side. I feel like I can't really get my weights exactly where I could on the other side. And that's okay, because I don't want to round through my back to try to get there. I want it to come completely from your hips, rotating towards this thigh, letting the weights drop, and coming back up. You have 3 more here like this. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. And standing all the way up. Whoa, lost my balance. Weights in each hand. We find our tricep press, scooting back so I don't run into my plant. Hinge it forward, tricep press. Now shift all of your weight into your right leg as you bend your arms in, lift left leg, soccer kick, hold. Squeeze through your right glute. I'm gonna step back a little bit. Squeeze, send it back long, hinging forward, tricep extension. Bend the elbows in, shift weight into your right leg, lift left leg, hinging it up, squeezing through the right glute, core engages. Feeling so strong here, you guys. 3 more. We find our standing curl, and then we start to slow it down all the way up. Focusing big toe, pinky toe, heel, equal weight on the mat. Using your glute and hamstring to kind of lower and lift the upper body, just like our hinge. So when you're back here, you want to think about using your glute hamstring to pull the upper body up and then squeeze at the top. Last one coming up. Send it back long. Okay, we hold our balance here. Bring the hands together. Squeeze the right glute as tight as you can. Inhale, tap your left heel on the mat, arms extend overhead. Exhale, C curve, round through the spine. Elbows to knee, curl. Inhale, reach it back long. Let your right leg burn. It's doing its job. Exhale, standing curl. Thinking I'm pulling your belly button towards your back. Big round. Inhale, press. Exhale. Woo. Balance is not as good on this side. Last 2. Last one, guys. Excellent, excellent work. Go ahead, place your weights down, come down onto your knees. We're just going to finish with a little HA-ha breathing to wrap back in some of our core postpartum work. So this is something that you can be doing whenever, as much as you want. Really, really good for just finding that core connection and connecting back to our breath. So ball will come to your chest, tucking the pelvis under, little squeeze of the glutes. Big inhale, not shoulders rise. Think inhale drops down and around. Big inhale. On your exhale, squeeze the ball. Engage the core. Inhale. Exhale. So those elevator abs we continue to come back to. As you exhale, you think lower pelvic floor, lower middle, upper abs, ribs hug in. Everything is lifting and tightening. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze. Last 2. Last one. Great work. Go ahead, place the ball off to the side. We'll come back down onto our mat to start to cool it down. Hands will come, fingertips facing your heels. Bring your right ankle over left thigh. Just roll out that ankle. Find your nice figure four stretch, releasing your glutes and your hips. And then when you're ready, you're going to take this shape and bring your right foot down onto the ground for a little bit of a twist, a deeper stretch here. And then coming back through center, we'll swap out sides, right foot down, left ankle on right thigh, rocking it side to side, maybe rolling out the ankle if that is there for you. And then if you want to bring the shape all the way over, finding a little bit of a twist, opening up, coming back through center here, releasing that down. We'll go ahead, extend right leg out long. Both hands will reach up to the ceiling, forward fold. Unlocking the shoulder blades, the lower back, letting the hamstring lengthen. And then coming all the way up, switching out sides. Your left leg will reach out long. Big stretch up to the ceiling, and then come all the way down, feeling shoulder blades release, lower back release, hamstring lengthen. Coming all the way to our seated position, to our little butterfly pose, soles of the feet together, grabbing the ankles, pressing down, feeling that nice stretch through your inner thighs, hip opener. Coming up, we'll hit our arms really quick because we did do a decent amount of arm work. Just find a comfortable seated position. Right arm will come across your body and just press. Open that up, other side. And then finally, just interlacing hands back behind your back. Open up through the chest. Almost lost my interlace. And then coming all the way down. You did it. That is your week 12 video. Hopefully that felt good. Hopefully it felt challenging. That is the most challenging workout we've done by far. Like I mentioned, it's designed to kind of feel like what you might see in workout classes, what you might see in the gym, what you're going to see in your day-to-day life, but in a way that's really centered around healing postpartum and continuing to get stronger on all the things that we've already been working on. So hopefully that felt great. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will see you in week 13.